Welcome to this video which introduces the MyFlow app. This app can be downloaded for your phone and is found when searching for the Dayforce HCM app. This can be found in the Play Store on your company device. Our team members can also download this for their own smart device, and so it can also be found in the Apple Store, although each app may differ slightly in appearance. If you haven't already accessed Dayforce through your laptop or PC and seen its functionality, I recommend that you watch the introduction to Dayforce video first and go through this process. The MyFlow app contains information that can be found in the web-based system, but some of its data is in a slightly different format and may not be as detailed. However, being able to easily access this information from your phone can speed up some processes and allow you to take a snapshot of your businesses without accessing a PC. Let's now assume that you have downloaded the app on your company phone and are ready to see what the mobile application has to offer. Let's start by pressing the app icon and going to the login screen. Upon first opening, press the big plus icon, which welcomes you to the Dayforce app. Select OK to proceed. In the Company ID box, enter Whitbread and click the Verify Company ID. Then enter username, which is your company ID. Click the Save and Continue box. In this next screen, enter your password, which is the same as your Dayforce PC login. On future visits, you will only need to check your username and enter the password. This may also be set for fingerprint access if it's set up in your phone settings. You do this by selecting Remember Password and ticking the box here and following the instructions. Now select Go in the bottom right corner. If you are using fingerprint access, you will be asked to do so before proceeding. After logging into the app, we arrive at the home screen. On your first visit to the app, there will be numerous pop-ups to help you navigate around the system. These show the navigation button, the navigation menu, app settings, Favorites toolbar, and widgets. Please select Close to exit the guide. As we go through this guide, we will ignore any further in-app help pop-ups. Please feel free to use these though to help your understanding of the app. You can now see the main home screen. This will display upcoming shifts. This is useful for team members in their app view, our time away requests, and any messages we may have waiting to be viewed. These widgets that are displayed can be edited by pressing the button in the top right and pressing Configure Widgets here. You could remove any that are not useful by pressing the bin icon here. The button here in the top right hand corner also offers additional functionality on most pages, and has a help option which can give you instructions on every screen we access, like this. At the top of the screen here we have an opportunity to add shortcuts to our favourite or most used section of MyFlow. These correspond to the drop down menu shown when we press this button here in the top left corner. These sections all correspond with the sections containing the PC-based system, and we will review the functionality of each one that is relevant to your role. First, there are a number of options that are only used by team members. These are Calendar. This allows a team member to view their shifts and time away that is already planned and approved. Time Away is where they see all their time off requests, including those that are pending and approved or have been denied or cancelled. Timesheet is where a team member can view the shifts worked and check their clock-in times. Now we will look at the functionality that is useful on a daily basis for a ROM when reviewing and monitoring their businesses. Home is the screen we have just come from and will take you back to the opening screen. Pressing Attendance for the first time will bring you to this screen. Here you can choose direct reports or by location. This is a great way of monitoring your sites and seeing when an employee or manager may be working, and allow you to potentially plan visits around these schedules. It also means you can view which duty managers are running key shifts in any site and analyse shift patterns of salaried managers. We can now see your preferred view. This can be done by location. Clicking here you can select one of your businesses and then drill down further and further. To drill down to a site, please press your region and this displays your sites. You may need to scroll down to see all your sites. Let's select the Dalesway icon, then select the Dalesway icon again by pressing here. Here we can see all the team members that are working for the current day. To change the day or date, we can use these two arrows, which will move us up or down a day, or by pressing the date here and choosing the day we wish to view and clicking OK. To choose a different site or option, press the funnel icon here, also known as filter, and press the X by the site name. This will bring up the Dalesway icon again. To select another site, drag the screen down next to the Dalesway icon to move back up to the next level and to be able to access another site. Pressing the back arrow here takes us to the first screen in the attendance section. Pressing the filter icon or the center of the screen allows us to choose another option. Pressing the Manager filter button takes you to the site management hierarchy. Selecting a manager here will bring up their direct reports. Let's select Gordon. We can then drill down deeper to individual employees. We could drill down further by selecting Nicole and see reported into her. This hierarchy is set within SDWorks. Swiping down here takes us back to the top. Finally, returns the first screen in attendance, and selecting My Direct Reports from the filter icon takes you to a list of your direct reports. This would generally be your GMs or holding GMs, but may include employees that do not currently have a GM to report into, i.e. a site that has currently got a GM vacancy. The attendance section is also where we can monitor clocking in and out times if required to. In this case, let's select the anchor. Press the filter icon, select location here, and drill down to the anchor. We then use the arrow keys or calendar function here to choose the date we want. In this instance, we'll check the 29th of June. Scrolling down, we can see times worked and also exceptions. This yellow icon means Jan worked but wasn't scheduled. You can get more detail by tapping the shift and getting this page. We return using the back arrow here. This red icon means that James was scheduled but didn't work. Again, if we want more detail, we can tap the shift. And this green icon means that Katie worked the shift that was scheduled for her and any exceptions have been managed. Further down, we see that Jonathan has a yellow triangle. If we investigate by tapping the shift, we can see that Jonathan was late. This is a great screen to see if timesheets and schedules are being managed correctly, and we can also see this level of detail for salary managers, so it can be a useful tool to check that they are clocking in and out accurately. We can also use this function to view dates in the future. These are the posted schedules for reports or sites, and these shifts have a blue icon. We will now choose the employee function. This function allows you to view the employees for each site. By default, we will see the last view set by our filter settings. In this example, however, I want to use the Dale's way. I will quickly drill down as I did earlier, and then we'll be able to access each employee's information. If required, you can use the filter button to reduce this down to just those who report directly to you, but in this case we are just going to use the Dale's way. Let's drill down into the Dale's way detail again. Here we'll scroll down and choose Tracy. We can see her full name, her employee ID, her position, her hire date, and her line manager. If we scroll down, we can see her contact number and email address. This data is all pulled from SDWorks HRE and can contain further information if it's been added to Tracy's profile. In this instance, we have removed some sensitive information. Further down, we can see her upcoming schedules, recent shifts, and any time away from work, recorded or planned, and at the bottom here, we can reset the manager's password for them. We can also remove filters and see all employees in your region, clearing with the X, then selecting all employees if this doesn't happen by default. At the top of this list, it will show you new starters, shown by these two asterisks here. You can use this function to ensure any new starters match those requested for allowances, and to ensure that all new starters are on the system before payday to prevent any payment issues. Coming out from here, we will select Messages. In Messages, we can quickly check our received messages. To open the message we want to read, we click on it. Opening a message from Jessica, I can read it, and by pressing here, I have further options including delete, forward, reply, reply all, in fact, all the functionality just like any other email system. Pressing the back arrow, we can see we have a number of folders available to us: inbox, drafts, sent, and deleted. The plus button here allows us to create a new message, where we can send to one or many recipients by pressing the plus button in the To section. The options button here allows you to save or discard the message instead of sending. And this little plain icon here is how we would send our message. Finally, we have Time Off List. This is where we can view our employees' time off. Again, this can be filtered to site detail and direct reports, and it gives a view of the absence from work. Let's go into the Dale's way again, and from this screen we can filter by pending, approved, denied, cancellation pending, and cancelled by pressing each of these buttons at the top of the screen. By default, it shows all time away records. This screen displays all types of absence, as long as it's been recorded on Dayforce, such as holidays, sickness, maternity, unpaid absence, and can be a great way of monitoring employees or direct reports by using the filter. In this section, we can see the absences that are on Dayforce. Good practice when dealing with salary managers' absence is to ensure that they match those recorded in SD Works HRE exactly. Finally, returning to the home screen, I will quickly show you how to pin a favourite to the home screen. This is done by pressing one of the plus buttons here, then selecting the section you would like to pin to the home screen. Let's choose attendance. Pressing here, and it now appears on the home screen. Up to 3 favourites can be added. In the middle, we select employees, and finally time off list, as these are our most commonly used functions. If you wish to edit, hold your finger on the icon you wish to change and select the alternative from the menu. This concludes our video for MyFlow app usage. Thank you for watching, and all that remains is for us to log out with this icon here.